Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we take a look at the 1991 Nissan Skyline GTS-T Type M. The R32, a rear-wheel drive R32, and this one is turbocharged. Unlike the previous rear-wheel drive R32 we had, which was the Type S, this is the full-fat Type M. Hence why it's wearing the race mod, and it is a pretty mediocre race mod. It's got to be this, and there is also the Skyline GTS-4, because there is an awful lot of R32 variations in this game. Which is weird, because you get a lot of variations of R32 and 33, but not a lot with the 34, so a bit bizarre, but there you go. Yeah, this and the GTS-4 is going to be running this race mod, and like I say, it is a little bit underwhelming compared to some of the great liveries you see, the Sonic liveries and so on. This one is just a little bit sort of nothing, but there you go. I do have to admit, the rear-wheel drive R32s, though, very good-looking cars. I really like the sort of slipstream aerodynamic bonnet they have as opposed to the giant grille they have on the GTRs, so that's something I do like. Front engined, rear-wheel drive, 390 horsepower, 1,076 kilos. Relatively decent stats for a car around this track. And we'll see how it gets along. It is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Audi TT LM Edition. That car set time of a 26.690. The R32, what is it? The GTS-T Type M is unlikely to beat that. In terms of where it's going to go, well, we had the GTS-25 Type S, which set a time of a 31.005. That was the previous rear-wheel drive only R32. As mentioned, that one did not have a turbocharger. Yes, that one did not have a turbocharger because this is the GTS-T. And the T stands for turbo. There you go. Now you've learned something. From what I recall, this is not a particularly high grade of turbo. I think it's a Stage 2 or Stage 3. This is the Skyline that you probably think about buying when you're in the used dealership and then you see the words GTS-4 and you're like, ah, that one's got four-wheel drive, that one will be better. And I'm sure in this series we will see that proven right. We haven't driven the GTS-4 around here. We've driven plenty of GTRs though, and this definitely isn't going to be knocking on the door of those. 30.885 on its first opening run though isn't half bad. It doesn't actually drive all that bad. I mean, I'm not ultra surprised considering it is 390 horsepower and actually quite light for a Skyline as well, 1,076 kilos. It weighs a lot less than that Tommy Kyra GTS RT thing we had go round. It even weighs less than that R31 we had last time out, so yeah, it is surprisingly sort of on Skyline-like, and it's even reflected in the way it's driving, because usually, wow, okay, that is actually quite quick. Usually with the Skylines, they're not the greatest thing in the world to drive. They're, you know, they're good, they're quick, there's no doubt about that. But they're often a little bit sort of too rigid on the handling, they sort of understeer, you can definitely feel the weight. No such concerns in this car. I've evidently been sleeping on the rear-wheel drive. Oh my god, it has almost got under 30. This is quicker than the R31 we had out last time. This is really nice to drive. This is really, really nice to drive. There is no doubt on that one. And as I've said before as well, it's consistently quite good, because you can even see the ghost car is not getting away. I'd love to get this under 30. It's not quite going to have the... Well, to be honest with you, it's not going to quite have the driver in the car to get under 30, but that definitely could have done. That's a mighty, mighty car, that. Yeah. That is a shock at how good that is. Really. You know, I mean, we haven't had... Well, yeah, we haven't had a GTR slower than that. But it's really not far off at getting that under 30 club. That is surprising. Yeah, looking at the split times, there could have even been a little bit more in that. I don't think, to be honest with you, that final lap, even if I had gone quicker, it wouldn't have been as clean a lap as lap 5 was, but yeah, that's quick. There's no denying that's quick, and actually that puts it in a pretty interesting spot. A 30.078 will place it into 137th. It is fractionally quicker than a Celica GT4 RC, which is a much more advanced car than this, actually from the same sort of time period. I mean, it's 0.3 quicker than the M30 GTS-R, which was this, but with, like, 250 more horsepower. That's insane how quick that is. It's so nice to drive as well, it really is. Just very delicate. It's everything the R31 was, but just that little bit more. Which is weird, because it's down on power as well, but, yeah, that seems to be the sweet spot. I mean, God, GTS-4. I don't know what sort of power that's going to be making, but I'd have to put in a pretty decent run to beat this, to be honest. If you want an interesting statistic, that's only 0.2 away from beating the Tommy Kyra R, which is a tuned version of the R33 GTR. I mean, it's not even that far off beating the drag car, so if that last lap had gone a different way, maybe it would have beaten the R33 drag car, so yeah, phenomenal effort from this plucky little Skyline, so wow, I am amazed at that. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.